Hi there, my name is Raymond and I'm actually running the deinstallation of Visual Studio Community Edition 2015 uh, update 2, and this needs, when you see it in the background and you hear the vans running, so this needs, I guess, let's say 3 hours. Now it's 20 and 21 o'clock. Maybe at around midnight it will be done. And then it needs about 4 hours to install the Visual Studio Update 1, because there is a big bug for the non-English programmers, developers, when we want to install something running the upload AppX upload for a package bundle for the Microsoft Store, then this will not run because there's an error on the package 1 to update when you go to update 2, and this is known, but at the moment you have to deinstall everything, install package 1, and then install package 2 and run all on English and not on non-English or German or Spanish or something like this. The problem is known since now I guess a month or two, and for me it's terrible that Microsoft does nothing on that point. And when you deinstall, now I'm working for 2 days to get this system running again, because the update, the installing and deinstalling and deinstalling and installing and installing needs each one about 3 or 4 hours. That's not a joke. Maybe it was I think for 3 or 4 hours, not less. So the entire day today was thrown away by that stuff, and yesterday the same. And maybe tomorrow I will come further on that point. But as you may think, I'm really frustrated on Visual Studio Community Edition. Okay, it costs nothing, but those 3 days are skipped somewhere into the dust. And I hope Microsoft will do something on there, because it's terrible for developers who want to write apps and save them, upload in the Microsoft Store, which is anyways at the moment very sophisticated. That's an easy word for that. A lower description. Terrible. And you see, as long as I'm talking here, nothing happens on here. It should someone start here in a small, tiny pad, and then increasing about 10 hours. I'm so frustrated. And I don't know why nobody talks with Microsoft and says, okay, you do now this is actually some shit. And today in the news was the message that Microsoft had a new game to play. They said, okay, Cortana does not run on does not interact with Google Chrome, and that's a good idea for Microsoft. But itself is the point is that the Chrome browser is plummeted down below 10%, and that's not the point, because of that's not the point of Google. It's a point of Microsoft. And I will show you the same stuff now. Why the reason on that is because it's all like Visual Studio is frustrating. in writing universal apps. And then when you have a look on Edge, this is always also the same running on Visual on as a universal app. As soon as you try to go into the favorites and save something, now it hangs. For example, nothing works anymore. Waiting. Now maybe we can count there some seconds. Frustrating. And this is done since a year. And so now it's back again. When you go to Google Chrome and you open something and you make a tag there or go there or here, then it's possible. In Microsoft it's not possible since years, and they had this the Microsoft Explorer browser, and now they have the Edge and they do the same shit there. I have to say shit because it's, if you look there, you can't do anything there. You can't drag and drop and do nothing. You can't open there. You can't rewrite anything. And 3 weeks ago there was the Build 2016, and in the Build 2016 Microsoft was talking about the new future where they have bots, and everybody like bots, and maybe we get in the future self-driving software. But being real, they have a lot construction sites here on the Microsoft Store, and the store, phone, the browser. They don't earn, Microsoft does not earn money on the browser, but when you watch a day long, you will see that you're logging into your Microsoft account, into your Windows account, and using Windows, and then you go 100 times or 1,000 times to the internet. That's the actual day. And so this is the game and the gate, what the people do 1,000 times a day, and they won't do it, and I won't do it with the Edge browser, because this is really a big, let's say, a big shit. And nobody, now they have a feedback, but Microsoft doesn't care about it. That's, for me, it's really frustrating. I don't know what the big announcements on the Build 2016 where they said, okay, hey, great, when you go there now we have this beautiful row, and we have our own advertisement. My dear Microsoft, that's really frustrating what you're doing there. And you don't listen to the programmers, you don't fix all that stuff, uploading, and you're going there. And when you load drop down list here, it hangs. You can't do anything here. Now just modify that. It's not possible. So they should ask me, and I would do some work on this. So Microsoft does at the moment a big shit on the Microsoft Edge browser, and yeah, and when you are in Visual Studio and you want to log in to a Microsoft account, then this may work in America, and when you are in the Microsoft company, when you're sitting inside the glass house. But when you're outside, the browser doesn't accept your account, and then it hangs again. And this looks like this one. Terrible for me. Then this looks like this. I'm writing all that stuff down. So frustrating. Yeah, I have to log in, and whenever it is again, I have to log in and log into my account from this is from a snapshot from the Visual Store. And then it's away again, and I won't see that button, because now this is also programmed in something like the gate with the new Windows Universal platform design, and with the oath authentication. This is a way, and now there comes another site which is like this and says, okay, you can sign in. So what the heck? As you see there, nothing works there, and maybe in 4 hours the same stuff is the same, and I go somewhere into bed. I kick that stuff out. Last night I had a watch if the Linux system is better to work as a developer, but at the moment it's still Microsoft, and you have to follow that. But because the Google OS for the desktop applications is not given at the moment. But when you watch the trends, what happens, though, the Azure, for me, I worked in IBM as a student. Azure, the new technology, the game player from Microsoft is Azure is the Big Blue from the new Big Blue from IBM. But Microsoft should also have a micro gate to the standard users out there, because this skips now to Google and to Android and Linux, and that's why this one ran up and Microsoft ran down. That's the gray line, and now it drops. And even when you're on the Edge browser, it still drops, because it's so frustrating. And the build 2017 in next year will also be frustrating, because Microsoft is concentrating about the future, but they don't listen on those developers and users, and so this runs away.